It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll see the Cowboys reigning league MVP. He was outstanding last week, racking up a ton of yards and touchdowns. It's the Cowboys and the Giants, next on Madden Football.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan, MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The Cowboys offense ready to get rolling again. 3-0 are they on the new season. And the one we'll be watching is this man at running back. What a game for him a week ago. 3 rushing touchdowns.
And what I liked about it, I could actually count 1, 2, 3. That wasn't beyond my ability. Here's hoping he actually stretches it and gets to 4 in this game.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. That good for 19 and a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. The Cowboys at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
$3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there, with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year as they have taken the lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw is Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now Prescott throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 23. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They run a draw here on 2nd down. 94 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
It's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the runs that they got.
2nd down and goal. Prescott, quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Joe Burrow leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Aaron Jones, 87 yards rushing there. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a touchdown reception. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Giants, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. The last run got 3, now here's 2nd and 7. Prescott now from the 50. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Prescott. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 130 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
So Dak and the Cowboys down 17-14, just under 2 minutes to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. Here's Prescott. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
To throw, Prescott.
Able to slither by. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They run a draw here on second down. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Big third down, a field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So for the Giants, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1.
And they will be back home next week for a date with the Washington Commanders.
It's Week 5 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Cowboys' versatile running back. He's coming off just an excellent performance last week, nearly 200 yards. It's the Cowboys and the Commanders on Sunday night.
PA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
Meanwhile, for visiting Washington,
it's been a lost first month of the season, that's for sure, as they come in with an 0-4 record.
And the window's not shut on them, though. They still have a chance to make something out of this season, but it has to start right now.
the Cowboys offense set to go. Down 7-0 here early. And the one to focus on will be this man, their 7th-year running back,
as he comes off a game last week where he nearly had 200 yards on the ground.
Yeah, he came up a little bit short, but it doesn't feel right even saying that. That's still an impressive game, an impressive number.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. He was creeping up toward 200 yards, thought he was going to get there, didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now they'll run on the draw. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys.
They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
From the 24, Prescott.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Prescott. Toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbound. They run a draw here on second down. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, they'll try and run for it on the draw.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Hands it off out of the gun.
12 more yards there and another first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. Sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great play there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Now, they went draw play there on 3rd down around the goal line. Something you normally like to see, Charles?
Oftentimes, people are prepared for a pass in this situation, so the draw is a good call, but it's better when you usually have a lead blocker. If you don't have a fullback, you can use your H-back to pull in front. Sometimes you pull a guard to get out in front. Maybe it's your tight end, but they find a way to create a little bit of extra space. A bit of a surprise down near the goal line, but it was effective in this situation.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Prescott on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. This duo locked in, 14 yards there. And a 1st down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. This throw left side is caught by Tolbert. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and he picked up the 1st down.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They find some open field here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Cowboys have broken the tie.
And that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
And hold on. Looks like we have...
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen, they see the blocks happen, they feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
Wow, 204 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
And that last run good enough to have him surpass for his career, get this folks, 12,000 rushing yards.
And how about this? You're in shouting distance now of the top 10 all-time rushers in NFL history. And in short order now, you've got Thurman Thomas, Franco Harris, Marcus Allen, and Edgerrin James right ahead of you. He can zoom past them with just a few more carries.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. So the big play to kick off the drive set him up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson.
And he'll be taken down after big yardage, but folks, there is a flag down, and they're already walking this one back. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Second down, Prescott. He's got a man, complete. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Jalen Tolbert,
his second touchdown on the season.
And the Cowboys are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Cowboys, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Washington, the calendar changed October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7.
it.